TSA is implementing some new screening measures after incidents involving Clear. The service is available at 53 U.S. airports and allows passengers to bypass long security lines. But as Kris Van Cleave explains, there are some new concerns about how safe and secure it is.
Tonight, a Clear crackdown is underway after at least 3 security breaches at airport checkpoints. Clear is a subscription service using biometrics to verify customers' identity, speeding them directly into security screening. But in at least 2 incidents this year, would-be flyers not enrolled in the program used it to go through TSA checkpoints without ever showing identification. In one case, the person used a boarding pass fished out of the trash. John Pistol is a former TSA administrator.
As we know, it only takes one bad actor to bring down a plane if they are a committed terrorist. So that is a concern.
Clear says it has successfully verified over 130 million passengers, but acknowledges 2 Clear employees violated our strict protocols. Security is job 1 at Clear, adding the employees were fired, others retrained. In a third incident last July at Washington's Reagan National Airport, a would-be flyer got waved through by a Clear employee, but was found with ammunition in his bags, prompting concern from Congress.
Can you commit to closing any security gaps that you've identified in this situation?
Yes, sir. I'm fully committed to that.
Now, TSA will soon require everyone, including verified Clear users, to show ID to TSA officers.
I mean, the whole reason for Clear is to just kind of easily breeze through, so it's just another added step. I might as well just go through regular check.
A change potentially leaving Clear's future cloudy.
Kris Van Cleave joins us now. Kris, I want to know, though, did anyone involved in these incidents actually make it onto the flights?
Jerika, in none of these incidents did somebody get through the security checkpoint to the point where they were able to board a flight. And in each case, they were stopped before they got through the security screening process, which is certainly what you would want to hear. The concern from the TSA, though, is that in 3 different incidents, you had people who didn't show identification, essentially, get into the security screening, which puts them one step away from being able to board an airplane.
Mm-hmm. Now, when will these new ID checks go into effect, and about how much time could they add to the Clear security process?
Well, so TSA is not laying out a clear timeline. We know that they have already ordered Clear to increase the frequency of the random ID checks. So if you're a Clear user, you may have already noticed when you go through there, you do the eye scan or the fingerprint scan, it matches you and then it says random ID check. That's going to become increasingly more common in the weeks and months ahead, until it's basically every single time you go through Clear, you're going to also have to show your driver's license or passport to the TSA officer at the front of the line. So how much time could that add? Well, it's certainly going to slow down the Clear line. If you looked at Clear as sort of the express lane through airport security, that express lane is getting some speed bumps now, where it may still work for somebody who's doing it. If there's a long line of people waiting to get through the TSA security line, you're still going to go to the front of that line and, as TSA describes it, be zippered in. So, you'll go to the front of the line, and that may be a time saver still, but it is certainly a change from what people are used to. If the frequent flyers who use Clear a lot are going to notice the difference, it is going to slow the process down.
I use Clear. I know you use Clear, I'm sure. Do you think that this is going to stop people or have them think again about whether or not to spend that extra $189 a year? We just had a graphic up showing the various things that people pay for, whether it's TSA pre-check or global entry. But how much of an effect do you think this will have on people who are going, should I purchase it? Is it really worth it?
Well, the flyers that we talked to all sort of wondered out loud if it was worth it than if you got to show your ID anyway. So it does present some storm clouds, if you will, around Clear's future that are yet to be determined. It may be that some people will see it as less valuable of a service if they still have to interact with that TSA officer, show their ID, at the checkpoint. Now, there are certainly some airports, Denver, Newark in particular, where even the pre-check lines there seem to stretch on forever at peak times, where even after just getting to the front of the queue to show your ID might be a time saver with Clear. But here at LAX right now, there are 2 people in the pre-check line. At that point, probably not much of an incentive if you're a Clear user.
Yeah, that's my kind of line, by the way. And I'm curious to see if it really does make a difference, because when you're 5 minutes, whether you miss the flight or you make the flight, it matters. You know all about that, Kris Van Cleave. I know you do.
Jerika, you got to give yourself more than 5 minutes of buffer time. That's why you want to leave a little bit of time. Maybe you go to the lounge.
Okay.
Have a glass of wine.
Oh.
So you're not running through the terminal.
All right. Well, Kris Van Cleave, we know how you travel. Thank you.
Sure thing.